These boys came a bit early to school, and our Spanish teacher, Senora Zorn, saw them outside and they were cold, and she asked them, hey, do you want to come in? And they are sitting playing a game in Spanish, and they are legitimately having a conversation in Spanish that was incredible. And this is before school even started, and they're having a class. Also, this picture up here just happened, you can kind of see streamers in the cafeteria here. Last Friday, we just had an all-school PBIS incentive. All the kids got to play bingo. And the fifth graders, we paired the fifth graders up with kindergartners. And it was amazing to see the fifth graders helping our kinders. Okay, so last point. Aaron's going to help you with this. It's all about the kids. And I want to show you our kids what they're capable of doing and what they are doing and what they love. This is their authentic selves. We make a lot of videos here at Lakeville. The kids love making them. These girls, I asked them if they would help, give some points of pride. I gave them a few talking points. They took it, they developed the script, they made it their own, and Aaron helped them tape. My buddy here, Aaron, helped them tape. It was like a 40-minute segment, and he shortened it to about 2 minutes. So I hope you really like this.
Hi, we're fifth graders here at Lakeville, and we're so excited to have you here. I'm Ava, I'm Paisley, and I'm Quinn. Let's take a look at what we love about Lakeville. Let's go! First, we love our staff. They are caring and always helpful. Speaking of helpful, Mr. Aaron is the one shooting this video. They are always living family to us. Now let's talk about our favorite dog, Buddy! Buddy is our favorite dog. He's so lovable and we love that he helps people. He can always find a friend that needs help. And now we talk about the art being hung up in our community. Mrs. Teal is hanging up our school's art in our community. We interviewed a couple people and they all think it's really cool. Our oldest mama thinks it's amazing. Now we're switching over to our school activities. The school activities are always the highlight of every day, like magicians, science alive, singing performances, and now that those are so fun, let's talk about after-school activities. After-school activities are Girls on the Run, Shine, Cookie to Santa, Super Senior Spam Jam, Trunk or Treating, and so much more. Now, our last subject for you is PAW. And if you did not know, PAW stands for Principle, Amazing Attitude, We Care, and Stacy. PAW tickets are a positive, fun way to acknowledge people who are doing the PAW schools. We have limited edition ones some months, and this month it's Lions PAW tickets, with Buddy on it, of course. Now, thanks for watching. We had a PAW sometime with you. Back to our favorite, most amazing principal, Mrs. Wood!
They made us keep that last part in there. So. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to showcase a little bit about Lakeville.
Yeah, sorry I can't beat you. It doesn't work out very well, but just a couple quick questions. The STAR data.
Yes.
How does that, the data that you presented, how does that compare district, county, statewide as far as the percentages?
I would have to dig into that a little bit more, but I believe we're very comparable to the rest of our district, for sure. The STAR test is something new for us this year, so we're just learning the nuances of it as well. Last year was the FAST. So I actually was talking to the kindergarten teachers who brought in some district specialists who were helping us try to dig a little bit deeper into that STAR data. We're just getting familiar with it this year. So.
All right, great. And just a question as far as I saw there looked like significant gains in math. Maybe not as much in literacy, and I know you said that challenge increases in literacy, taking the pictures out, and things of that nature. Do we feel the rigor is there in math as far as it being challenging, or what are your thoughts on that?
sorry. Do I feel that we have the rigor in math? You mean in our curriculum?
Right, because the scores are significantly, there's a bigger jump in math pretty much across the board compared to literacy.
Yeah.
I
So,
just wondered what your thoughts were.
okay. So, well, first of all, like in literacy, having kindergartners come in right out of the gate at or above proficient 75% is huge. That's a testament to our community. That's a testament to programs that they might be in. Back when I taught middle school and elementary school, I taught kindergarten. And back when I taught 7 years of kindergarten, today's kindergarten compared to what I taught in kindergarten is night and day difference. To the math point, I know like right out of the gate in 3rd grade, kids are hitting multiplication really, really hard. And it's almost not, we're trying to relook at maybe when we dive into those deeper concepts of multiplication. So our 3rd grade team has worked a lot this year, kind of with their sequence of how they introduce skills. Is the level of rigor there? I believe it to be there, right? And it's requiring our students to do a lot more deeper thinking. And sometimes some of our work, kids get hung up on the first step of a problem when the problem is actually multi-step. They kind of stop too soon. So helping them work through those problems and dig deeper into their thinking, I think it's there. Yeah, it's just moving them through that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
The initial escape, which you pointed out, which really stood out to me, that's an impressive jump from 75 to 89 on parents and 80 to 91.
Yeah.
Anecdotally, what do you think contributed to such a large change there?
I think we try to stay true to the practices that are in place by our district, and I think we've done a better job of communicating that to communities, but also bringing the staff in. So there's a lot, again, that happens behind the scenes that we need to continually inform our staff of these practices. We have staff meetings, right? But our para-educators aren't always required to be at that meeting because the way their day is based, right? So really bringing all of our different systems into more knowledge, more content of what we're able to do in safety regard. And they see it too. They see the practices. So, yeah, we're working hard at those things. That's super important for us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
One more question. You know, and I asked this, as we're switching jobs, I don't know if there is any correlation data that we can look at from, like, I know we switched assessment, right, from that. But is there anything that you can look year over year and understand improvements or declines year over year? Or are we just kind of building back with dog years?
I mean, I'm assuming that there is some of that data that we can, I just don't know how to, but that's definitely something that we could look into to see where we're, and there's a lot of, state of Michigan is using STAR, so, yeah, so there's a lot of correlations we still have to do. I mean, the biggest thing was just getting comfortable at first with this, and then the work moving forward, diving deeper into it. They don't give us, like, they give us a general overview of the standards and the benchmarks they're asking, but it could be like one question about this and one question about that, and so it's hard to tell right now what exactly is being asked. Our teachers don't really know what the STAR test is asking because we don't, the students are taking it. We're not watching the students, so there's a lot of work to do there. I mean, it's all good stuff though.
For sure, and I'm encouraged with seeing that kind of uniformity now in STAR and building that so that we have the data moving forward.
Thank you again.
Thank you. All right, we'll move into item B, special education. Thank you.
for the opportunity tonight to provide this annual update on our special education program in Oxford. My name is Pam Beal, and I am absolutely honored to serve in the role as Special Education Director here. I apologize if this is going to sound rehearsed, but I'm going to try to stick to my notes so that I can provide a thorough yet efficient presentation this evening, as I know the agenda is limited. This presentation is designed to give the board a high-level overview of our special education program. We will review the legal and funding framework, discuss our district programs and practices, look at student data, highlight our department's focus areas, and provide general awareness of how we serve students with disabilities. As director, I oversee a wide range of staff supporting students across the district. This includes teaching staff, ancillary staff like school psychologists, social workers, and speech and language pathologists, as well as our contracted staff, our occupational and physical therapists. I also support our district-wide paraprofessionals and other staff working with our students with Section 504 plans and students with disabilities. Our department is structured to provide a full continuum of services to students with disabilities. Our work is guided by 3 levels of regulation. At the federal level, we follow the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. You may have heard it referred to as IDEA or IDEA. And this guarantees a free, appropriate public education for students with disabilities and outlines students' rights under this law. At the state level, we follow MARCS, or the Michigan Administrative Rules for Special Education, and this provides Michigan-specific implementation of IDEA. And then locally, we follow the Open Schools ISD plans, which ensures alignment with Michigan law and mandates that each ISD has a plan to guide the service delivery. This slide here outlines the funding sources that support our special education program. We receive funding from federal, state, and local sources, with state special ed aid accounting for our largest portion at 72% of our total funding, and that's filtered through the county. We also receive Medicaid reimbursements and some grant funding. What you'll see here is our IDEA allocation. It's important to note when that IDEA was originally passed, the federal government committed to funding up to 40% of the access costs of special education for students with disabilities. However, that promise has never been fulfilled. Currently, federal IDEA funds make up only about 11% of our special education budget. This funding gap puts pressure on state and local sources to meet the needs of our students. The total cost of our program for fiscal year 24 last year was nearly $13 million, and that covered staff, materials, transportation, center-based tuition, and professional development. The next few slides give a high-level overview of some key terms within special education. And the first is what we call child find. So we are legally required to identify, locate, and evaluate students living or enrolled in our school district from birth to ages 26. This early identification allows us to provide timely intervention and support, which we know can lead to improved outcomes over time. The next key term is free and appropriate public education, or FAPE, the acronym you might have heard. It is a foundational right under IDEA. It ensures that students with disabilities receive free and individualized education designed to meet their unique needs. This includes access to the general education curriculum with necessary accommodations and supports, delivered through a range of different placement options. FAPE is determined by a student's IEP, or Individualized Education Plan,